up, it's over. You wanted her, so just give me what I deserve. So can I get some closure? Stay right where you are and don't come closer. If you haven't picked it up, it's over. Run back to her, cause I got what I want, closure. Wasted too much heart on you. Wish I learned to use my head. Cause right before I fell for you, I fell right into your bed. I'm not looking for revenge. I don't need you to be my friend. I just want this fake love to come to an end. So can I get some closure? Stay right where you are and don't come closer. If you haven't picked it up, it's over. You wanted her, so just give me what I deserve. So can I get some closure? Stay right where you are and don't come closer. If you haven't picked it up, it's over. Run back to her, cause I got what I want, closure. You wanted her. You left me hurt. But I won't cry as long as I give me some closure. Who you think you are. You're lucky that I don't want revenge. So can I get some closure? Stay right where you are and don't come closer. If you haven't picked it up, it's over. You wanted her, so just give me what I deserve. So can I get some closure? Stay right where you are and don't come closer. If you haven't picked it up, it's over. Run back to her, cause I got what I want, closure. I might be broken down, but I'm smiling. I keep my head up high, though I fail. Sometimes I get a bit emotional, but then I turn around and let it go. I see you watching me from a distance. I see you can't decide what to feel. But if you dig a little deeper, boy, you know you really wanna get to know me. Let's get this out of the way. I can't wait another day to tell you shouldn't wait. Don't be so afraid. Yeah, I'm a bit too much, but I'm fun and games. When I'm acting tough, I just wanna play. If you are looking for one hell of a ride, just come and get it. Baby, I'm all yours. Come and get it, 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 come and get it. If you are looking for one hell of a ride.
We're on. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, everybody in between and all over the world, welcome to a wet, wild and wicked Oostende, an EUCF 2024 as we reach the crescendo of the mixed pool division. You can see here Leamington Lemmings coming into this seeded 4th, going up against Mosquitos seeded 6th, one of the closest high-end, probably the closest seeding matchup in the mixed division. Mosquitos 2-0 right now, 15-9 over Padova Rangers, and then taking care of business 12-9 over Glasgow Ultimate. Glasgow Ultimate throwing out a bit of spice so far in this tournament. Leamington on the other end, as they have fallen twice. First, they fell to Glasgow 10-7 in the morning, and then they fell to the Padova Rangers 15-12, which in effect has knocked them out of the tournament. The fourth seed will not escape the pool, but still plenty to play for, still pride on the line. And for all the fans at home, a little bit of a show in store. I am Lorcan Murray, and I am joined by the irreplicable Stefan Rapazzo. Steph, what have we got in store for everybody?
Well, I am just shocked right out the gates that Lemmings saw this tournament to some end slip away. Any ambition of going deep in the bracket is gone. I had a chat earlier with Andrews and company, and just even trying to assess what was the problem. They weren't able to answer. Well, we don't even know. We're not so sure. And so this game at the start of the day touted to be one that was almost certainly going to be for the pool. And now for pride, for Lemmings, they have to turn their focus into playing for Ninals. And in doing that, why not knock off the top team in the pool? They're here. They're putting their front foot forward here. They're going to be playing for all they're worth, and they're going to need it because the Mosquitos have been red hot throughout their first two games.
There's the big pull from Ben Bruin, and we will see if the Leamington Lemmings can cool off the Mosquitos, or will they get bit and driven off the cliff? We will see. Mosquitos, big hand block straight away. Lemmings coming out firing. That is the extended hand of Lawrence Howard. And now, right outside the end zone, we've seen plenty of turnovers here in the final third of the pitch. But that one absolutely earned. Salomon on the force, matching up with Luke Atwell. Giggs wants to send it around for the early Leamington score, and it is collected. That's a bookends for Howard.
Howard getting it done very early. This is the way they need to start off this game. This is the way they wish they might have started off the tournament. But again, no time but the present. Luke Howard, the 25-year-old, hailing from Warwick, gets the double happiness on the board, or gets the disc. That is the most important part here, being able to chase down, and you see Giggs finish the job here and easy into space there. Howard gives a little bit of the Bruce Springsteen knee slide there and opens up the scoring with a break.
I want to give a big shout out to his wife Elena and cat Billy, who are watching from home. Plenty to be proud of. An open-handed slap across the face of Mosquitos to wake them up. Just because you've tied up this pool does not mean you're done with the day.
You see the big man Hammerl out there. The one man you may not see out there in this game, the biggest fella on this team, Spalholtz, who came into the game the weekend a little bit knocked up. Now that they've got top seed of the pool locked up, they're going to give him a breather. Otherwise, Mosquitos are here. They're going to go through their entire ranks to try and pull off the third win.
Johanna Roy, such a lethal weapon in the cutting space, but a miscommunication and a throwaway. And a shot straight to the end zone. They want it all. They want it now. But that one a bit too far ahead of Oliver May.
Yeah. A little bit excited. Oliver may have been able to catch up to that one if it was thrown with a little less mustard. But the hot shooting hand led that a bit too far. I do like the no hesitation, the defensive firepower, but they missed that time.
As we see Angata making his way down the pitch, gets into that power position. You know what's coming once he sees green fields a-growing. But that one a bit too far, as Nicola Hubel, a difficult woman to overthrow, watches the disc sail past her.
Yeah, great throw by Angetter. Yeah, very good throw by Angetter. He's got some throwing class. He missed. He did keep it in the field, just put it out the back, gave a very good chance of a reception there. But in the end, that's the second turnover of this point, a second chance for Lemmings to be able to break early in this game, and you see Leyland's going to bring it to the line with a disc wipe.
And I like that move. Get the quick disc wipe. There's the open side. Well, that's actually a break side clear from the 3-4. Very interesting. 2 break side cutters just get out of there. Normally you see open side instead. But it's clear Lemmings, they want to attack that break side as much as possible. The swing back into the middle. But nobody really coming to help in any truly effective way yet. Great grab and a really tough leading pass to the break side to get off. May shoots to the middle. The disc gets caught by the wind and everybody gets under it. That one's going to be taken down by Marcus Hammerl. Wolfie gobbling that one up. Leading pass, pops it into another power position. I thought Angedu was going to send it a second time. Puts it back in his pocket and they just work the unders. Hubel comes back under. You know they're trying to set up that Angedu to Hubel connection early. How about Hubel to Angedu? Popped into the middle. And the throw across. It's only a matter of time before she scores.
Eventually getting in the end zone. Hammerl, the big unit of a body. Not shocking that he classifies his sporting hero as another big unit of a thrower, Jimmy Mickle, known for his fame on Super Team, maybe on Pony and Team USA as well. But, yeah, Hammerl trying to do his best Jimmy Mickle impressions out there and is looking quite good doing it thus far in this game, and I'm sure has been giving more of that over the course of the first 2 wins. The youngster, a 20-year-old, standing at 194 centimeters, 6'4", big unit.
You think he's maybe starting his case to be picked for the next Super Team?
I mean, everybody's trying to state their case for that one, Lorcan. We got fan mails flooding in for potential recruiting.
Build it and they will come, as right now Lemmings attempt to build a little bit of pride back into their club. With that early break, this is the first time their O-line's going to come out. 1-1, all tied up. And how legitimate do you think Mosquitos' title hopes are?
Title hopes are tough. I mean, but the mixed division is wide open.
They beat Deep Space earlier this season.
Yeah, I wouldn't. They are a contender. Are they a favorite? Are they no? But do they have a swinging chance here? Yeah, I think that is legitimate to say they can contend. There's no team here that would blow them out, in my opinion. There's no team that they couldn't beat on their best day.
As that disc goes almost too low, but able to be collected by Andrews, and he shoots with the assist all the way across. Amelia Edwards collects.
Made to look easy by Amelia Edwards. Another youngster, 10 years of experience at the ripe young age of 21. Love seeing that there's 11-year-olds getting into this that are still put.
Warwick has a long-standing tradition of ultimate. I mean, Bear Cavalry ran the mixed division for several years during the 2010s until something of an infamous incident with regards to them suffering a loss they could have avoided. But that's for the ultimate historians, by which I mean Benji Rees. He could tell the story better than I can. But again, Warwick, a real hotbed of talent during the 2010s at the varsity level as well. The Bears were quite an impressive outfit. Both homegrown teams. Lemmings and Mosquitos both bring players up through their youth programs to help them excel at the highest level. And it's great to see them battling it out here at EUCF when you see. I'm just naturally drawn to that kind of club growth, that kind of club culture. There's a time and a place for, the tryouts and the elite level, but I just love a club that's basically like a family.
Love the family vibe. That's what we build on Super Team as well.
Oh, of course, yeah.
The local family club from all around the world.
Your friendly neighborhood Super Team.
Yeah. Here to steal your hopes of winning the tournament.
Angata. He's got plenty of hopes himself. The quick swing across. And centered back into the middle. That's Christoph Angata, the older brother. They're both handlers at the base. Oh, that's a hell of a leading pass. brilliantly done, throwing his receiver free. And once again, they're looking for Hubel. They're going to be looking for Hubel all game long.
And it was like Hubel was a magnet for that disc there. It just went up, landed right on her. I mean, she ran the straight line to it. But going back to that leading pop pass, I mean, I thought there was a miscommunication there. I thought they lost eyes for a second. The cut didn't go, but the throw was just there it is, so perfect. It didn't matter. Anybody could have caught up and recovered onto that one. And, yeah, the throw to score, just
Valentin
an
Dushbayer
absolute peach.
just gets it in the power position, and that's something Mosquitos do really well. It's setting up their big throwers like Dushbayer, like the Angeta brothers, in those power positions to send it. Dunshern's not afraid of it themselves. And then you've got those fantastic. It's not just Hubel. We've seen Hubel score twice already, but there's also the Angetas, or not the Angetas, sorry, the Meisters.
The
Meisters. The other siblings.
Laney Meister. I mean, Mia the younger, even. I still think of Laney as such a youngster.
Well, they're still very young.
Yes,
they're
yes.
all young. I think I counted there's like 2 players over 23 on this whole team, and one of them is Rabba, as she's known, Baja.
Yeah.
But Rabba Prisbilak.
Yeah, Laney Meister, 20-year-old. She was tearing it up in Padova a year and a half ago and has now just seamlessly jumped onto the Open Age Club stage.
The future is bright as right now. Megan Daly. That's a name that rings out in the UK scene. Disc in hand. Need somebody to make a move. And it's a hell of a move. Persephone Pantling, one of the fastest rising female matching cutters, I would say, in Europe, let alone in the UK. And they keep working it. Isaac Davis is currently their stat leader for Lemmings, under 23 coach last year. That's a cheeky little cut. He doesn't throw it to him. Instead, forced to launch the hit and hope. Bodies underneath. Who's going to collect it? Phenomenal grab, Amelia Edwards. Second score of the game.
When in doubt, chuck one over the stack and hope that you get the hospital pass going your way. And that did indeed work out. Ben Andrews, high stall count, not an impeccable choice, but it was a choice that gave them a chance. And Amelia Edwards was happy to say, yeah, I got your back here. I'm going to bail you out and make you look good, Ben. And she did exactly that. High take in the pack. The 21-year-old getting it done. This I'm just impressed with what I'm seeing. I'm still flabbergasted that this team has lost the first 2 in a row to
Look, I'm not taking anything away from Glasgow. They have played far above the level that I expected of them so far in this tournament.
And that's it. You know, like I say flabbergasted, and then I like.
They're there to, have fun, learn, but they're trying to build towards something, right?
I mean, they lost.
As here come Mosquitos, 3-2 down. This is the mixed division. Mosquitos for Klustenberg taking on the Leamington Lemmings. Big bid, but nobody home. And into the absence, a huge fake out of the hands. As here come the Lemmings, try to lead down the line. That's excellent towing by Sasha Haynes.
Now, brilliant. They're discussing it. Fair for them to have this discussion, but I thought brilliant, as you did. I thought she did a very good job, Sasha Haynes, to keep that first toe down after she got hands on plastic. And I think they've all come to the same agreement.
So the blush is saved for the man in Megan Daly's jersey. That is difficult dump cutting, and maybe we're starting to see the cracks that other teams exposed. As here come Mosquitos. Angeta. as Padova Rangers are currently battling out Glasgow Ultimate to decide for the second and third slots in the crossovers.
You know,
We'll see if we can't get an update on that score for you.
one of the great things about this tournament is the ability to follow scores. Today it has been somewhat dampened because of all the rain. There's not as many devices on as many sidelines for the immediate updating on scores.
It's currently Padova Rangers 5-4 up over Glasgow.
Tight one over there.
Indeed, it was right now. Lemmings in a commanding position.
There were some crazy scores in the last round too, Lorcan.
Was there, Stefan?
There was one that jumps off the page even.
Oh, yes, of course. Trouble is getting the Universe Point victory over East Block.
That was awesome, but that's
That
not
was
the
a
one that
phenomenal
jumps
game
off
that
the
you could
page.
watch.
There's one that
Well,
just
you'll have to
leaps.
put that back in your pocket, as right now we've got action happening on the pitch. Mosquitos working with the disc. That's Kratky linking up with Dunshern. Kratky centers it into the middle, collected by Hyder. And Hyder wants to take advantage of the poach off. Huge layout. Jakob Dunshern. They teach him that in Amsterdam. They might have taught him throwing a blade when a straight pass would have done. Great heads up defensive play by Lawrence Howard to get a touch. And Lemmings with Atwell walking over to the disc.
Whoa.
Brilliant grab. Tries to throw it away from Howard. Howard has other ideas, collects and decides to throw it away himself.
Makes the saving catch and then the giveaway throw. Peach banged up on the play.
That is tough. That's his right arm he seems to be holding. So we have another look.
That
gave a lot
hand
of
block.
That was a higher hand block, right? That was
Yeah.
incredible.
Is it still a hand block when you're that far off the mark? Yes, it is, but that's great. That's like we saw a foot block like that earlier today.
Yes.
The
What
Kung
did you
Fu-
call it? The Bruce Lee
the Bruce
flying
Lee Kung
kick
Fu
block?
kick block. This is a slap block, flying slap block.
Dunshern centers to Kratky. Kratky throws across into the path and collected by Bauer. Bauer wants to go back to Kratky. Does so. Kratky to Dunshern. Dunshern in the power position, but the cut wasn't well timed. So instead, just Shiruga clears out. And they swing back to the opposite side. Brumech. Brumech wants to swing as well. There's a big bid. Dunshern able to collect that one. Keep it off the grass somehow. And the backhand. Wide stance. To Haida. Bobbles, pops, and deflected. And that's Bruin in the area getting the hand on the disc.
Yeah, Ben Bruin dominating the skies there. Dunsi did a great job keeping that off the ground, getting the elbows under it, and then one pass later, floated up, and now Lemmings.
Bailey. And tries to throw the dump, immediately blocked.
Dunsi.
That's Jakob Dunshern. Now sits the leading pass. What a throw.
Dunsi does it again. That is not double happiness, but close to it. Gets the block, leads in with the assist. Beautiful throw. While we were in drone coverage, a great turn on the drone. Well played in the back, Nick. But this throw from the other angle, look at that perler to Kratky. Throws to the open space, knowing Kratky's the only one to get there, and all Kratky had to do was run the same line, not change speed, not change direction. You can't ask for much more than that from a throw.
Did Bruce Springsteen, is he the first guy famous for doing a knee slide with a guitar? I'm so curious about where it came from.
I'm going to say yes. For me, I was a kid of the 80s, born in the late 70s, and my father was a big Boss fan.
Right.
And I remember the dawn of MTV ages, just seeing him, the old Demi Moore days when she was in the Born in the USA video. Not Demi Moore, Courtney Cox in the Born in the USA video, seeing Bruce Springsteen just ripping across the stages on his knees, and now I liken it to every knee slide I see.
That's fair. If I had to put my money on somebody who's the first to do it, I'd say Chuck Berry.
That's a good call.
He was the first to do most electric guitar things. As here we see Lemmings 6-3 up in a commanding position in the game. if not the tournament. Wilson wants to send it down the line, tries to curl it back in. Monstrous effort by Evie Harms. A little bit of self-harms on that one. So now we see the form of Valentin Deutschbayer. Going to pick up the disc. I always found it when I wore gloves, my backhands got worse, my flicks got better. Of course, I never played at EUCF in the mixed division. Big shot. Looking for everything, and all he's going to find in the backfield is Isaac Davis. Coached several of these Lemmings on the under-23 GB team last year.
I'm going down a rabbit hole here with the knee slides.
Davis with the disc. Gets to Daly. Daly looking options. Davis, brilliant up the line cut. Just sprints around the defender and takes off. Now Davis puts it on a string, and there's the finishing throw. Will it sit enough? It's absolutely perfect. Persephone Pantling with one of the easier scores she'll get this weekend.
I've never heard the name Persephone before, but I absolutely love it. And
it's the wife of Hades in Greek mythology.
Ah, thanks. I guess I didn't watch enough Greek mythology. Watch enough, read enough.
Daughter of Demeter. Demeter is the goddess of winter. So when Persephone spent half the year in hell with Hades, that's what would cause winter, because Demeter would be so mad she'd freeze the ground. And then Persephone would come back, famous for flowers, and bring spring.
Well, she's bringing joy to the Lemmings, chasing that one into the corner for a goal.
Oh, Persephone Pantling's got plenty of spring.
Yeah, does she ever. The youngster, 19-year-old.
Yeah, playing, her brother is also on this team, Rupert Pantling. I believe Persephone, though, O-line, Rupert's generally on the D-line. But absolutely, Pantling, one of the key targets, I think, for this side. Very difficult to shut down.
7-3 Lemmings running away with this one this far. I mean, just looking...
They've taken advantage of the mistakes the Mosquitos have made. They put pressure on them. They came in well prepared. What I think might have happened is they studied up a lot on the Mosquitos, came in with a game plan for them, expecting this to be the game to top the group. As we get a nice extended look at the Mosquitos head coach.
Nushi.
Christoph Nushi, yes. And a big shout out to CK as well, the assistant coach watching from home. Jakob Dunshern started that off. The throw to the middle, and now it winds up in the hands of Daria Shiruga. Shiruga across to Kratke even. Now back to Dunshern. Meister. Ooh. Overthrowing ever so slightly, and great body position and a block. Very nice defensive work by Louisa Leyland. Louisa Leyland, I should say.
Yeah. Just totally took over that box out situation, won the one-on-one, and then simply used her height to finish the job.
Cubit goes for the flick, but a bit too much spin on it. Those are tough to catch, and Haynes is one of their best receivers. And here come the Mosquitos. Trying to come back. Great throw. Bauer put that behind him. See Lenny Meister wants somebody to get free somewhere. Is obliged by Vanek. But that one's stolen on the opposite side. Haynes able to catch that, throws it to Cubit. That's how it's done. Cubit leads out, and that's a clap, catch, collect for half.
Ain't nothing to it but to Cubit. Finds the disc on the sideline. Leading throw into the center. Cubit getting the job done and taking Lemmings into half. Oliver May on the reception. And Lemmings, you see the overthrow there, and then quick to finish off. Love the no hesitation. Cubit looked to center. Oliver May turned his cut to center. and made short work of the finish. That makes it halftime. Mosquitos 3, Lemmings 8 into the break. Get there. Yes, he will. The lovely did.
On October 14th, 2024, the first ever World Beach Ultimate Club Championships will take place in Portugal. Follow the over 600 games as the scores update live online. And with free streaming from the Ulti TV arena, you can catch your favourite teams on your phone or from the comfort of your couch. Don't miss any of the action from Portimao.
Welcome back, everybody, to the final game in the pool stage of the mixed division. Lemmings 8-3 up over Mosquitos. Steph, I don't think any of us saw this coming.
Yeah, you know what else we didn't see coming was that shift of weather in the halftime. The tent just blew a gale. The rain came down again. You see those flags are flying, but the weather just turned itself up once again. And the Lemmings have turned themselves up maybe a little bit late for the increase, but they've done it. They're here. They've got a big lead, and now they've got a whole bunch of weather to help them defend that lead.
So what do you think about the fact that head-to-head comes before points differential?
It's a tough one. I think I respect it. I think that, I mean, you win the game, you beat a team, you got the wood on them. I think it's the most logical sequencing, but you know, it's tough when it's a pool of four and you're out
after two games.
That's tough. But that's sports.
As a further testament to the dominance of Lemmings in this matchup, which, yes, okay, Mosquitos rotating slightly wider circle or lines than they normally would, but still a lot of their stars playing out there. They started the game on defense, and that's a little bit more like the Lemmings that lost to Glasgow.
Ben Andrews can't handle that one. Sees it right through the hands.
Konstantin Angeta tries to find his brother. It goes to Dush Bayer instead, and he drops it too. So one drop back, big shot, gonna have a battle downfield. It's being tracked, being chased. Great body position by Dush Bayer. And I love Kenji Tero coming in to try and help, but I think he just attacked a bit too soon. You need to just stay off ever so slightly when that disc is getting bobbled.
Yeah, almost given a second chance though on the defensive effort that popped it up.
That is a difficult inside throw to Hamel. And who's afraid of the big bad Wolfie? Launching deep, looking for Angeta. And again, as you can see, the form of Amelia Edwards, the closest on the defense. The Lemmings really smartly using the female matching players to switch and patrol the deep zone, because they know they're trying to get it into the hands of Dush Bayer. They're trying to get into the hands of Angeta, of the Angetas and Dunsharon, and then launch it to Hubel, launch it to Meister.
Sound policy.
It's worked so far. Today.
Today. Not in the preceding 42 minutes.
It shows you what everybody coming into this. Mixed is always just a crazy division.
Just crazy. Just flipped on its head. So many divisions flipped on their head. We did talk about that one result that jumped off the page, but we're going to leave that to the people
still during the action. We're during the action.
No.
Let's put the focus instead on David Wilson. Quickly gets the dump off to Terrell. Terrell throws it into the middle, back to Wilson. Wilson winds up and unleashes, launching, looking downfield. Star receiver Ryan Katma. Haven't seen too much of him so far in this game. Traditionally a stats leader. Ooh, that was a tough disc to corral. And Wilson watches it bounce off his wrists, I think, in the end. Goes back to Angata. Thrown across to Dushbaya. Angata. Now Angata across to Simon. Oh, and that one's got a bit too high. Katma was lying like a coiled cobra, and he strikes, knocking it away from Christophe Angata.
So back to the Lemmings. Another chance here.
David Wilson. Not too happy with the option straight ahead of him. Goes with the break instead to the far sideline. Ben Andrews. Katma. And now Katma rips one himself. Looking for a few different people perhaps, but the disc was always getting pushed down. That is upwind. You've got to respect the Lemmings.
Yeah, the throw was not going to get there. I did like that Leah Simon did maintain her box out, made sure from her end that job was also done.
Angata.
No matter.
Biodun. Oh, that's sorry. That's Dushbaya coming under to collect. Pop back into Rabba Prizbalak and across to Angata, the older. A nice undershot now to Dushbaya launching. Couldn't find the older Angata, Christoph.
Yeah, just overshoots a worthy shot in this weather.
I think you got to take those shots when you're going downwind.
Yeah, see if they can pin Lemmings in their own end and force the mistake there. That is the whole notion of the punt and pin, or huck and D, whatever you want to call it. What do you call
punch and pin?
Punt and pin.
Well, that's actually pretty good. I like that. Huck and D is what we call it. D-line offense, route 1.
Ooh.
Andrews get that?
I didn't think so.
Yeah, I don't know how it was possible. I didn't see the catch, but I don't know how that would have been possible given how low it was before it disappeared behind the bodies. Quick reset to Angata. Angata across to Angata. That is Constantine to Christoph. And now Constantine makes the move, gets it from the push pass. Thrown across. Dushbaya, and then the finishing pass.
It's a conversation. And that conversation starts with disco hands, which is the hand signal for a travel. And that's what Ben Andrews is calling upon Deutschbayer. Let's see how this one resolves. It will go back. There you go. Disco hands again.
Well, I understand. If you throw to the break side and you travel in the slightest, I would also call travel on you because you're traveling to get an advantage. That's the only reason you're able to throw past me is because you traveled. And almost everybody travels. I really think it's a rule people should say more.
Then people would travel less.
One would hope.
If they got busted.
They'd certainly get annoyed more. Angata. Dushbaya. Now for Hamel. Catches that one going backwards in time. Dushbaya. Angata. Oh, wanted the continuation of the break side. It's nice end zone defense by Lemmings. Keeping to an honest force for the most part, it seems. And they're just overthrowing to the front corner. Angata gives it his all, but not enough.
I mean, he gave it. I think the throw had a bit too much, was too far out of bounds. He gave it his all. I think even if he got a hand to it,
would have landed out of bounds.
I think so.
Yeah, probably.
It was just that much beyond the line.
So now Wilson returns to it. Disc in hand. Wind in face. Can't get it to Daly. Gets it across to Andrews. Andrews inside, but Hamel there with the hammer.
Yeah.
Knocking it away.
The spiking Viking smacks that one away on the second block there. One bink, bank, and boom, out of bounds.
If it had got through both of them, that would have been incredible.
Yeah.
Low release flick shot. As we see Constantine Angata, the younger, fakes the hammer, swings it into the middle. Dushbaya. Wants to go back to Angeta. That's a brilliant leading pass. Terrell was playing good defense, but those kind of throws are hard to cover. I think Angeta was a little bit worried, but
Is that for me?
Prizbalak was not. Now we're back to Angeta. And the brotherly love for the goal.
Love to see the fraternal connection, 87 to 78. Constantine to Christoph, or Angeta to Angeta. These two are both go-getters, and they've gotten themselves one in the right direction. Mosquitos, again, they've got their work cut out for them if they are to turn the tides in this game. But it starts with one always, and that one there will put their defense back on the field. Mosquitos 4, Lemmings 8 after the fraternal connection.
You can see them shivering. Fists clenched. As we have another look. This is Angeta. Constantine to Christoph. An 8-4 with about 30 minutes left in the game.
So I didn't want to talk about anything that jumped off pages, but there's other results that less jumped off pages. Another pool flipped on its head is 3SB was a top seed and have lost 2 games in the women's division, and will now be playing Groot for their last
That
game.
means 3SB are out as well.
Very likely, or almost certainly.
Yeah, because Groot won their 2 games.
Yeah.
So 3SB are also out. Wow, there's some brutality going on. Another big result there as well. Tartu falling to the Germans.
Okay, can we talk about the one result?
We are. Tartu losing 13-12 to Nullet.
Okay, I bet you people at home probably already know. News travels fast.
Not in Belgium. So we see Atwell. Hyder in front of him. Lovely fake. Turns Hyder around. And then throws to that break side. It is a low grab by Howard. Sliding on his shoulder. And a hand block on the flick hook attempt.
I like the little hacky sack kick up there to finish it off. Just make sure. Yeah, this one's not going anywhere. I'll just give it a little foot nick.
There's a leading pass into space, taken down by Leni Meister. Leni Meister tries to get to Dunchurn, does so. Dunchurn throws it across. Sharuga back to Dunchurn in a power position with no mark on. As the huge bid from Haywood doesn't get close.
Yeah, bit over ambitious.
And there we see Leni Meister, not afraid of boosting it herself. Into a little bit of wind, but not a lot of mosquitoes. As the disc goes away to nobody.
Yeah, kicking her there, looking over the wrong shoulder. I think if he would have sighted that on the left shoulder early and kept the speed up, that may have been a disc that would have been able to catch up to. Here's the layout to keep that one alive. Before the giveaway, there's Leni Meister putting her hands out. I don't know what happened there.
See, again, looking for somebody. Big defensive pressure coming through. Darius Jaruga gets the blocks. Been doing that all day long. There's the dump back to Dunshern. There's the leading pass to Jaruga. That was a double happiness.
That was a double happiness. For Sharuga, gets the block. I like that Dunsi picked it up immediately, put it into play, went through Haida, and right back to Dunsi for the assist.
I like how it was a low release backhand that went under 2 people's hands. Have another look here.
Yeah, because Harms even tries to close the gap there and narrow the lane, and Dunsi, they said, no problem, I got that throw too. I'll float one up and watch Sharuga close the case on the bookends here. So that's a couple in a row now. No.
Yeah, it is. It's 2 in a row. They were 8-3 down at half. Came out on offense. That's a hold and a break. But they have committed about 10 turnovers on those 2 points. So after a lightning start here in the evening, I suppose still technically the afternoon, evening kicks in. Do you think evening starts at 5?
6.
6. So you think you can be 5 in the afternoon?
Yeah.
Sounds weird, doesn't it?
Yeah, no,
It doesn't sound right. Daily.
4:59 in the afternoon.
Sure, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, maybe I'm wrong. That'd be a first.
Big shot all the way down the field. I don't think I'm ready to live in a world where Steph Rapazzo is fallible. Rapazzo. As that throw for Evie Harms going out of harm's way and into the sideline.
A bit too much. That was just an absolute banger of a call.
As here come Angata over the top, elevator pass, and it comes back down quickly into the hands of Rabba Prizbalak. Oh, and that's... I'm not sure if that was a missed throw or just great defensive positioning. Daly picks it up. Huck and D into the wind work, shooting for the sidelines, drifting a bit too far away. Goes for the greatest, but nobody's home.
I'll tell you what, they are
picking it up in
going.
the end zone. We are going right back. Rabba Prizbalak. This one reaches the intended receiver. And back. So Johanna Roy, Rabba Prizbalak working together. Angertha right in front. There's the swing around, going to dirt early. It's the Lemmings with the chance to get their first score after half. Let's not lose sight of that. Wilson walking to the disc. Wilson. There's the isolated cut in the end zone from Edwards. She can't get free. Edwards already has at least 2 goals. Forgive me, we're just trying to keep the stats in our heads today. Wilson shoots for the middle and gets there, or thereabouts. Katma with another goal to add to his tally, and 9-5 for the Lemmings.
What a way to make a living. 9-5. Lemmings do make good with the short field there.
Both games we've done today have gone 9-5.
I mean, some would say it's all taken and no given. There you see the blind D, the flailing arms that set up this out-of-bounds potential greatest. That needed a whole lot more, but I love the effort.
I love the continuation from Anger to stop the easy chicken wing over the top. That's why I had to go for that kind of backwards hammer thing.
Backwards hammer thing. I love the backwards hammer thing, as that one does. You see the finish, finding the seam right through the guts. You know, I just saw Mia Meister walk by in the sideline earlier, and we do have a bit of a clouded vision of the field direct. Great work on our screens and everything else. We get to see a spitting image. I was certain it was Lainey Meister, and then I saw 82 on the back. I said, whoa, how are they not twins? But younger sisters that are, yes, very, very similar look about them. There you see Lainey, the elder, with Dunsi.
And Franziska Bauer on her right. It's a really impressive program that they've got in Kloistenberg. And it's the same as the Lemmings, really. Like a club team people play for a decade. Like it's your local club team. You come up through the system.
I mean, we're talking about it at the top, looking at all their ages. Like there's everybody's 21 or 22 or younger, and some significantly younger, and many of them with like a decade of experience.
Yes, on both sides, UK and Austria.
It's I love
which was always the difference between us and America.
Yeah.
For me anyway, it was disc skills, because you can have athletes anywhere, but it was disc skills from players starting young.
Yeah, one of the first stories Joe White told me is that he does not have any memory of learning how to throw a disc.
Wow.
It was that young.
Wow, that's the same as learning a language. As we see the language of ultimate getting misspoken slightly on the pitch. Difficult catch, bouncing out of the hands of Franziska Bauer. Sanders wants to rip it, pulls them with the flick fake, launches with the backhand all the way down the field. Will it stay in bounds? Will it stay on the pitch?
No is the answer.
He clears the fence.
Onto the baseball diamond. They're going to have to go for a run under for that one. Your question answered and some there. And the win, I like that there was still a effort to jump for that. Oliver May, I got this. I'm going to go up anyways.
I got it. I don't got it. I don't think he admitted that was gone until it cleared the bricks.
I mean, you see in baseball when they're chasing home runs, you get a bit of a wall climb to give yourself one last chance. Do you think that the fence climb was available there? Bounce back in? You'd have to have the foot land first.
Yeah, you would. You're out of bounds once you touch something
You could
out of bounds.
mack it back in? No, you couldn't do
you
that
couldn't.
either.
But I like the idea. Technically, a defender could try. I think they can. I think there's a rule about it, actually. It's like assisted jumping or something. Anyway.
Back to reality.
Lily Meister dumps it. It's in the hands of Haida. Haida to Meister. Meister
Ooh.
tries to get the completed pass, but not quite. So Lemmings to pick it up. Sanders. And the Colonel is cooking with the no-look backhand to the back corner. And is that in? I want it to be.
That is in. The Colonel's secret recipe exposed there, on offer for all to enjoy. It's toe drag swag and a goal for the Lemmings. 10-5 make it on this one. Here's another look. Tell us what you think. Well, I'll tell you what I think is that 3-meter line was getting a whole bunch of lead, and there's
okay, it was worth it in the end. Yeah, I was mad, and then I wasn't.
Yeah,
if you're gonna get in the way of the camera, you better turn around and give us a shot.
Give us the moneymaker then.
Imagine if we'd seen the catch and then gotten that shot. That would have been incredible.
Here it is from the high angle that people can't step in front of. Oh, what a toe in.
What a move.
Toe drag swag, as Benji Reese has coined, and that is one of the best of them we've seen. It's like Coward.
That was fearless play by Rosie Coward.
Great play, Rosie Coward. A fearless play by Rosie Coward. Lorcan. Non-stop gems.
We're just fooling around. You know, we're just having a good time here. This match technically means nothing to the standings, but of course means so much to us and to the players on the pitch, because we love this sport. We love being here. This is the EUCF. Every game is important. Your final seeding has... Well, actually not sure how that will feed back into next season, but...
Kenny Dobbins, this is not a game. This is your life.
Kenny Dobbins?
Whoa. Pardon me?
I thought you were going into the danger zone.
Not Kenny Loggins.
Who the hell is Kenny Dobbins?
OMG. The history of this sport is frowning upon you right now. Kenny Dobbins, one of the greatest New York players, and I will be showing you some footage after this game.
I don't care for Americans. No, I'm kidding. Please hire me for American things. So the disc comes back around. Johanna Roy. Right now we're in Europe, baby.
Yes, indeed we are.
Angata. Under and into the hands of Noah Haida. Woo! And a big hand block, authoritative William Peach. Bruin quick to pick up. Dumps it back and receives it again. Leads along. That's a great grab. Oh, no. Well, we certainly hope she's okay, and I feel immediately terrible about laughing. Big shout out to Michaela Miraus.
Yeah, I hope that she does regular yoga.
She's picked back up. I actually really like that matchup between Michaela Miraus and Rabba Prizbalak, because they're the only two players on either team over 40. I think
over
41
40.
and 43, I think, respectively. And still, like, essential parts of both clubs. Like the veteran leadership on an emotional level, sure. How often have we seen Rabba Prizbalak come back, important reset? Of course, across today. Miraus as well. Swing back into the middle to Bruin. Miraus. Bruin can't get the break around Angata on the backhand. Goes inside instead. Finds the form of Lawrence Howard. Bruin goes up the line, clears the space. There's the move by Atwell to try and get free. Forced to launch one up there. Great awareness by Bruin to collect and throws it into Atwell. That's a goal. 11-5.
The head spike to boot. You got to be good to be lucky, and I guess Lemmings are good enough because they sure as heck got lucky there. That one floated above the heads for a little bit too long. Luke Atwell won Nationals with Chevy back in the day and is now...
Last year. They've only ever won it once.
Yes, right. Back in the day.
I suppose technically that is back in a day.
Yeah, that is, but not there. There you see the flexibility on display.
That was really nice play to like pull him across with the backhand fake and then take the inside break on the second cut. So Miraus really opens up that break with a cut, and that's something that I think gets overlooked. Like that little moment there.
So 11-5, Lemmings stretching to their biggest lead of this contest. 6 points up on the pool winners, Mosquitos.
Who will not have a pre-quarter tomorrow.
They will have the morning off. That is a major, major luxury. You think about just the little things. A couple more hours for your cleats to dry out. Like the little things.
Of course, yeah, that's a great point. The little things. Well, it's the little things that make up life. You can't argue with them. Something else you can't argue with? The elements, as right now they are shouting down the Mosquitos O-line. Elias Haide, good luck to you, buddy. We nearly lost a tent in that last gust. Haide. And Lemmings, that's a nice little split cut to start it off with from the Mosquitos. You see that? Front 1-2 going open and break. And then middle of the stack just comes straight under. And just
Part
back
in
in
the seas.
We used to call it a Moses when I was in uni. Yeah.
Who parts the seas?
Yeah. I think that's because I was coached by a Canadian.
Yeah. Where they're notoriously Catholic.
Are they?
No.
Okay, I was like, I don't know. I should look into it as a member of the Catholic League.
I mean, not notoriously. I mean, there are plenty of Catholics and churches there, but I would say comparative to Europe, much less.
Okay. Parts of Europe. We're talking like Spain, Italy, Ireland here.
Yes.
Not like Austria and England, the Protestant parts of Europe.
Yeah, yes.
No, Austria I think is Catholic actually. I'm wrong. I think Austria is Catholic and like Germany is Protestant for the most part. As there you see coming under and going up the line and collecting it, trying to get that feed through. I don't know where he found the space to squeeze that disc in.
So you see our camera shaking. I just see jackets and clothing on the far sideline flying from right to left on your screen.
And Maya Meister, I mean, she hit a chest. And that's all you can really ask for right now. Cubit walks towards it, steps off, Sanders picks up. I think any throw other than a huck right now is a questionable decision. That's totally understandable. It is incredibly difficult to throw a disc out there right now.
And in both directions. Kratky should be picking this up with a full force huck or
a huck and hope. I don't know if you're going into the wind like he is. There's not much of a difference until you get into a power position. And there it is, launching. It's going to drop quick, but you gain pitch.
25, 35 meters there. Now you've got some breathing room behind you.
Cubit centers it into the middle. It's collected by May, and then May, another turnover. You gotta expect a lot of them coming in. We're in the fourth quarter of the game. Just over 10 minutes left. Mosquitos 11-5 down, but will win the pool regardless. Trying to work their way down against this wind. I mean, it's a good thing to practice.
I think.
Rumech, lovely throw across and into the space.
Ooh.
That one's going to float, and it's D'd up.
Lorcan, are we at the stage of the day where the weather is at its most influential we've seen so far?
I would say so.
I think this moment I've not seen.
And this is the final pool round for the mixed division. So this is the most influential games for a lot of these teams. Apart from, of course, as we mentioned, Lemmings and 3SB.
Yeah, Seski, Tartu, another big game. Glasgow, Padova right now.
So you were talking earlier about a surprise victory, and of course you weren't talking about the fact that Cusp only just managed to beat Ranelagh 11-10.
No. And then they were locked with Bad Skid before they could reel off. But I think it was 5 in a row to end that game.
So anything else notable happen in the open side?
Well, I mean, Quixotes has just gone and dominated their pool like everybody expected. And
of course, the Spaniards, Madrid,
what's that team from London called? I forget. They never really do
Fire
that well.
of London.
Yeah, no, that's not
bad or a mediocre open team from London.
Yeah, London. I think they've won this tournament before.
Oh, well, not really London, but like the UK, Chevron.
Yeah, no. No?
Like,
there's a big neighborhood in London that they use to represent them, and they always do well. They won 20 UK national championships in a row.
I'm drawing a blank. Lost to Quixotes?
Lost to Quixotes.
On Universe?
No. by 2.
Flump?
Clapham ultimate lost to Quixotes. And that is, I was over there and I saw that game was 9-6 to Clapham, and I was like, okay, this is gonna go to chalk. They've got this one right where they want. And Ravi came running over, popped his head. Oh my God, guys, guess what happened? Clapham lost.
That's your Ravi impression?
Yeah, that's my Ravi impression.
It's much worse than his impression of you.
It's way easier to do an impression of me.
You just hold your nose. Cubit with the disc, looks to rip it, going all the way down towards the end zone. Looking for a white jersey. Sanders brings it in. The Colonel collects.
That is a full bucket there, fried chicken. Sanders takes it down with 2 hands, and you need 2 hands to wrap around a bucket. And he uses them for all they're worth. Cubit, look at the wind-up on that backhand.
That's a family feast of a throw.
And the downwind, that's, again, Huck and Hope. They hoped, but there's a lot less need for hope when you are chucking to the Colonel. And Sanders is going to give you more reason to throw those, put them up. Looks like we've got another timeout on the field, Lorcan. It's 12-5. Lemmings have... They need this game for their form. They have just decidedly agreed we're playing for Ninals now. We're very disappointed in ourselves the way we started our first 2 games, but you know this is a long tournament. We're 2 games into
They won the
one.
elite invite over Seski. Like, let's prove we are of quality, and that's all they can do moving forward. So what can they do when we come back? It remains to be seen. It's Lemmings 12, Mosquitos 5. Welcome back, everybody, to this high-flying, high-wind game. Lemmings 12-5 up over Mosquitos, but it is the Bugs who will take top spot in the pool. As right now, the Lemmings playing for pride. And honestly trying, I would say at this point, playing to fight off acute hypothermia.
Yeah, playing for pride. What Lorcan said about avoiding the acute hypothermia, and for form. They've got to find this form to carry forward into day 2 and Sunday final placing game. Evie Harms out of uniform, but in playing form.
Will Mosquitos respond immediately to Angata in the middle of the pitch? Christoph. Big shot all the way around Meister. I would have thought she'd shoot for Roy. Puts it back in her pocket. Goes back to Dunshern. Dunshern across to Angata. Angata back into Dunshern. Dunshern sides against the flick to the open side. The break flick to the open side. Goes back to Meister instead. Meister. Again, trying to find Roy, but throwing a bit low, forcing her to dive early. And they have not given good service to Johanna Roy in this game.
Now, forcing
she's
bit
been
too
bidding.
much upon Johanna Roy. Yeah, she's throwing the body around, but having to throw the body around too much for too little to work with.
Rosie Bailey was the one to pick it up, gives it back to Harms. Harms tries to flick it over, an understandable overthrow. The wind had a lot to say about that. Dunshern snaps it up to Angata. Meister. Lenny Meister. 2 cuts to the same side. It's collected by Dunshern. Back to Meister. Dunshern. And now the backhand sweep across, and lovely work. This time they hit Roy in the chest.
Great play by Dunsi and Meister on the far sideline, able to compose themselves, get those crucial resets, change the angle until Dunsi sees this kind of space, leads to the far side, and cashes in Johanna Roy with the goal.
So Seski 12-8 up on Tartu in this matchup so far.
Tartu in trouble.
Nuluk are probably going to take second in their pool.
Yeah, I mean, they beat Tartu in the last round,
Right.
the Universe win. That is a Tamless Tartu. Jakob Tam has re-aggravated, sounds like a bone spur, a foot injury that he had earlier in the season. And Jakob Tam, of course, a huge part of that team. A member, somebody who gets selected to super team, playing in Estonia is going to be a big part of that team. And missing him has cost them one win, which could put him in the 3 spot.
Okay, here's the interesting thing about that pool. Skydis Vorsa lost both their games so far, but are currently 3 points up on Nuluk Ultimate, which means that they would be tied on a head-to-head across the 3 teams, so we have to go into points differential. Skydis Vorsa went into that game -10. Nuluk went in -4. Skydis are currently 3 points up. So they both be on -7.
Oh, goodness. And
so that right now is a game. It's ongoing, but it will decide who gets knocked out of that pool.
Wow, and Tartu are just very thankful
Tartu
for
are
Sky
5 points down, so they're guaranteed to go through. It's impossible for them to lose by enough points to get knocked out because their goal difference after beating the brakes off Sky this morning.
Wow.
And only losing on Universe to Nuluk. So Tartu are fine. The most they can lose by is 7 at this point, which would bring them to 0. So it's right, Nuluk are playing Skydis. Skydis are fighting for their lives. It's right now Lemmings fighting for pride, get all the way down the pitch. It's in the hands of Isaac Davis, one of the more experienced players, and tries to fit it in a tiny window. And honestly, I would too if I saw Amelia Edwards.
It was the right throw. I mean, the right choice to throw there, but that throw needed to...
It's a very difficult throw to sit these conditions.
Yeah, come out with a little bit more touch or wait and turn it into a break with an around backhand.
I don't think touch is available right now. I think you've just got to bury it in their chest. So it's the wrong throw in these weather conditions, I suppose, is the conclusion we've come to. Like you say, the backhand break would have been more effective. Daly picks it up. Looking for the isolation on Edwards. Eventually able to get it on the dump. So you can see here they're running that 3-player weave. Brilliant work on the cut. That's Isaac Davis. Edwards. Davis. This one on target. Amelia Edwards outside the end zone. She's in the driveway. Davis shoots, and again, you try to bury it in their chests, and no fault of Kenji Terao. That came at him very quickly.
Yeah, Kenji Terao came with a head full of steam, and the disc came at an even quicker pace, and those two trains collided for a turn. The bounce off each other, and one good turn deserves another, invites another, and the upwinder doesn't come off for the Mosquitos.
It's a great try by Miltrovsky, but like you say, it's so difficult to throw, and you're trying to throw a flick into that. There's like 2 people I would think could pull that off.
I'd like to know who they're... Wow, what a bid, though. On the miss, even. Great display of athleticism.
There's probably more than 2, but at the top of my head, Olivia Hauser and Josh Briggs.
Those are good options. Oh,
And a throwaway from Mosquitos. I think they're a little bit checked out of this game by now, to be honest with you, mentally. The conditions... Pantling! Looks to go around. Nope. Oh, wow. Ben Andrews and God trying to get control of that disc. Neither of them able to. It hits the ground. Hammer. Go on, just throw a hammer for the crack. And you can see the Lemmings just collapsing in, and Daria Sharuga is incredible and has been brilliant all day. Big part of the reason why Mosquitos are top of their pool. But this game seems to just be unraveling. We've got about 3 minutes left. Honestly, change over to the other stream. We're just fooling everybody.
Tough go out there right now, big time. And that's what you need to see. When nothing's working, get it out of there. Don't keep setting up this possession-based offense, trying to throw short passes. Get it down the other end of the field and play some defense when conditions and the result of the conditions are turning into some slop out there. That is a truth.
And as we know, Steph, never wrong, apart from that one time earlier on.
First in my life, Lork.
It's the first time for everything, Steph. Big leading pass, huge bid out of Sharuga, but not able to get there in time. Gets turned around by the fake. Very nicely done. There's the clear up the line. Looking for Davis. He gets it. Davis shoots for the end zone. That's a brilliant throw in the conditions. And yeah, Andrews, I feel the same.
To the lay down reverse plank spike by Ben Andrews. That point finally coming to an end there before time expires, so we will have to play one more before a points cap is decided upon, which means we may well be playing to 15 here. 13-6, a 7-point advantage for the Lemmings. It seems like this one would be all over, but it ain't over yet.
Steph, this game was over before it started.
Yeah. A game where the results don't matter are...
What are we playing? Whose line is it anyway?
Yeah. The improv. Get your reps. I mean, it matters more to Lemmings. For sure. They've got
it matters to Mosquitos too. No, like, we're joking around here. Sorry, it's a little bit of gallows humor. It's been a long day and the weather hasn't been great. This is an important game for a range of reasons. One of the most important is the chance for you to run full lines at EUCF. You blood your players a little bit extra. That builds for next season. That builds for tomorrow, because now, say you find yourself in a bit of a hole, some of the players start getting tired, somebody gets injured. You've worked out, you've got more players who are used to playing at this level. They're prepared. They're more mentally engaged. It's just like any other sport. If you play on the pitch, you're more vocal off it because you feel more involved. Like, I've seen plenty of teams shorten the 10 people lines, and then the other squad, like, they're not as tuned in. They're not as committed to the sideline calls, which is an essential part of defense. And Mosquitos have got to be thinking to themselves after today, it's like, why not us? Why can't we win this whole thing?
Yeah.
And at that point, a game like this where you get to throw out full lines, which, to be honest with you, they played pretty serious lines, it seemed to me, the whole time, which I suppose I would find a little concerning as that disc goes to ground. But, you know, it's an important game. As Cubit tries to throw lots of people underneath. Angada comes in with the double tap block.
DTB. That's the old double tap block acronym.
You really are good. First off, okay, it's not an acronym. It's an initialism.
Yes, it's true.
But you are really good at it. Oh, Cubit doesn't get there in time. Swing back across. That was Deutsch Bayer. Comes to get the pop. Really just clears out the defense a little bit. Opening it up. Lenny Meister with a bit too much mustard on that one. It's been a hard day at the office for Roy in this match. And Sanders launching one. Oh, and that is unfortunate. I think if Haynes had just thought that was going to go as high as it did, would have been there. Oh, foul. Uncontested immediately. Deutschmeyer.
Wow. Freebie.
Yeah, Deutschmeyer just giving it to him. So that's Oliver May with the disc. Cubit is trying to get free. He was, really. Him and Dunshern. You know Dunshern doesn't mind a little bit of contact.
And a timeout taken here.
As remember, time is yet to go in this game, so it's going to be score and add one.
On this point, yes. The time has gone now. Amidst
Sorry,
this point.
Yeah, I said that wrong. Time has gone, but it hasn't been scored yet.
Right. So we're either playing 15 or 14, depending on who is able to capitalize this one after the timeout. It's Lemmings 13, Mosquitos 6.
On October 14th, 2024, the first ever World Beach Ultimate Club Championships will take place in Portugal. Follow the over 600 games as the scores update live online. And with free streaming from the Ulti TV Arena, you can catch your favourite teams on your phone or from the comfort of your couch. Don't miss any of the action from Portimao.
Welcome back, everybody. Standing over the disc is the form of Oliver May. Picking it up and guarded by Deutsch Bayer. Oh, this is clearly a set play. All right, let's watch and see what they do. Stutter step from Haynes. Cubit. The break throw doesn't come in time. May clears out from the front of stack as well. The disc instead goes back to Sanders. Sanders throws it across. Leyland. Leyland to Cubit. Haynes. Oh, Cubit! I thought he caught it. And exactly what the game called for. A lengthy discussion. No, they just started talking.
You know, we're talking about...
Oh, that's a turnover.
Yeah, that had nothing to do with the foul.
And
you can call a foul on the wind.
Yeah. No, like, and I get that. When you're this tired, it's been this long a day, you just call and then retract. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. That's the sport. That's how it should be played, like. Angita. Throw around to Roy. Dunshern! Slightly delayed bid from Sanders. I like how much movement he puts in on the force, though. Kind of adapting. Now Dunshern recognizes, takes advantage of a couple of quick ladder passes. Meister. That is an enviable oh, brilliant layout catch! Deutsch Bayer, and immediately stands up and leads Angita. I think he was throwing Meister. Angita finishes the job. Let me just get involved here and get an assist for myself. 13-7, game to 14. And understandably, it's in the way of the wind.
Game to 14, Lemmings.
You've got to wonder. I know you asked and they didn't know themselves, but you got to wonder what happened to Lemmings earlier today, because they are not a bad team.
No, they look
They're
sharp.
really well balanced as well. Like, there's talent throughout. Both sides, both like matching players, female and male. They put on defensive pressure. They've got tactical nuance. They've got throwers across the board.
I mean, you always talk about the start of a tournament, how long it takes to get going and to find form, and this weather making it that much worse. And just who knows how you slice it. Again, they are themselves unsure of what the heck was going wrong, and I guess sometimes you might not be able to actually put your finger right on it, what was not working, but you just got to keep repping through and keep your head up and find a way to find form. And just as sure as Cubit will get those rain pants up, the Lemmings will get themselves into a groove if they keep hitting at it. And that groove has been found here in this one, up by 6 on the Mosquitos, pushing their backs against the wall with potentially only 1 point to play. If the Mosquitos were to crawl back into this one, wow. Well, we'd be here for a while. That's one thing for sure.
I think you'd have to call off the games to the next round, and we've got quite a game in the next round. Of course, we'll talk about that at the end of this one, but it's going to be a brilliant end to the day. I don't mind that pull. I would have bladed it a bit more, but I think like you've just got to surrender and like roll that. Just commit to the roll early and hit it hard. So we see Wilson walking to the disc. David Wilson. Inside pass and bouncing off the normally assured fingers of Ryan Kapma.
Hey, is
Angita?
this the start of the run?
God, I hope not. Angita launching deep. And all the way out.
Well, your hopes and prayers were answered there. With that one, the wind getting every part of the inside. Look at those flags, people. This is what we're dealing with here. Pulling tent pegs out of the ground. Hammerl on the recovery there, brings it back in to close to the field. Wilson will have to pick it up, and I mean, he should just throw it to the end zone.
We'll see if he can. The High Wycombe-born man. Oh, sorry, he's from Newcastle, actually. I got my names mixed up there.
Do you know what you call somebody from Newcastle?
Yeah. Do you?
Yeah.
What do you call him?
Well, in Australia, Newcastle anyways, they're Novocastrian.
That's so much cooler than Geordie, which is what they call him in England.
Uh-huh.
You ever watch Big Brother? Day 3 in the Big Brother house. As right now, Hamerl collects it. Outside the end zone in the foyer of glory. Finds to squeeze it through to Kickinga. Now Kickinga in under pressure. Terrell there on the mark. Really great job closing off every option as it comes. He's forced to go with the break. How did that get through? I take it all back. I'm so glad we're doing this. Vanek, brilliant catch, but like what?
Yeah, that
looked like it was on purpose as well.
There was like 3 shoulders, hands, white jersey occupants that went by within a foot of, if we're going to use imperial measurements to describe. But that was, you're right. I don't know how that seam was found and then executed. Kickinger making it work.
Aww. His sporting hero is Marcus Hamerl. Isn't that lovely?
They're teammates.
So that's him getting the disc off his sporting hero right there. That is actually very nice. Yeah, no, it's a little harder to see from this angle, but I mean, maybe was hoping to like throw it into the path of Maya Meister, but honestly, I feel like, you know, just went for the inside flick break. I was like, here we go. That's very unfortunate for Kenji Terao. I thought that was really good defense on the force and then giving up the inside. But like in that position, he took away every other option. Still had to be getting pretty high. So 13-8. And
We got a game on our hands.
yes, we do.
Maybe not quite yet. I'm not going to say we got a game on
No,
our
they
hands
need to
yet.
get to 10 at least. And even then, I don't know, like going downwind. Lemmings, I know they're going upwind right now. They got at least 3 more chances to just boost it. Bit of a tough catch. Just letting it hit the floor instead. It's the game to 14. Can the Lemmings march their way all the way into the wind?
And wow, as you said, that wind just kicked up again.
It's an ever-present threat, Angata.
Ubiquitous, some might say.
I had to remember what that word meant for a second. Meister down the line. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, that actually seemed like a really fair pass.
Yeah.
So I would have thought Roy would catch that. But again, you can't dismiss how cold they are right now. Their clothes are soaked through, and that has a legitimate impact on your ability to catch, to cut, to do everything. Bruin,
Yeah, people wishing their fingers were dismembered at this stage.
just throwing that one into the sky. Whoa! And it's completed!
That's how he drew it up, I think.
God. Is this still a sport?
This is what extreme wind can do to a sport with a flying disc.
Let's just see. Miraus, that's the experience. That was a crab catch as well. Like, if she'd messed that up, she would have lost teeth. That's incredible. Meister. Roy. Across. Very nice grab. Not an easy one at all by Bauer. Bauer pops it back into the middle, where it is collected by Angata. Angata. Backhand swing across. Into the Haida. Haida down the line. And right outside the end zone, Bauer. That's the problem. Don't throw in that direction, or just keep doing it. What do I know? Meister. There's the backhand swing, and it's caught by Roy for the goal. 13-9. Here's the thing. I don't think anybody can go upwind. I don't know how they did it last time. Just like struck right while the wind was down, but...
We got a game on our hands here.
No. No, 13-11. They need to get an upwind before I'll consider it an actually competitive game. They'll need to get another upwind.
Yeah. They're just adding more restrictions to it being a game, even though they got an upwinder just a moment ago.
Yeah, but not enough. Like, I mean, it's still...
They're going to need another upwinder to
Like,
make
you
this a
saw
game.
the one time they had to throw in that direction, it didn't go anywhere near where they meant it to.
Yeah. These.
That Meister still caught it,
There
because
it
we
is.
have another look.
Yeah.
And that's great heads-up play by Meister, but, you know, it's nearly impossible to throw in that direction. Great work by Roy to collect it.
I mean, keep your eyes on this pole. This is, again, this wind is just powering down right now. Look at the gust moving even.
Those poor players.
Goodness gracious. Again, they've added milk to the rain here so you can see it more.
That's sideways rain.
Yeah, I feel very bad for Sharuga having to put this pull up.
You gotta respect that you went for a normal pull as well, like...
Yeah.
Just test of strength, I guess.
So, if Lemmings don't win it here, then we got a game on our hand?
No. Mosquitos still need to get a downwind. And it has to be an overhead. As there's Wilson with the throw across and into the hands of Andrews. A bit of conversation downfield. Daly isolated in the middle of the pitch against Baja Raba Prizbalak. Prizbalak, a legend of the game. Gold medals in Poland on the grass, beach and indoor. Played with Flo, RJP, Savage, as well as on several national teams. And there's the throw. Huge effort to get the collection. So you still see the heart of these teams fighting as hard as they can. And please understand that everything we say is with love and jest.
Oh, yeah, for sure. They are leaving it all out on the field.
They are. We got nothing but respect for them. Exactly.
A show of bravery.
To earn your spot on this field is worthy of respect. To stand on this field and try to play Ultimate is worthy of respect. And there's been some great plays and moments in the game. Honestly, if I was Hammerl, I'd just throw a Callahan right now. I'd be like, you know what? It's not worth pneumonia. Callahan. This is the swing across. Rabba Prizbalak. Hammerl. Oh, that's a lovely little move against Katma. Steps into it.
Bang it.
Rips it.
He's
no
done
way!
it.
Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! I tell you, if they'd scored that, I would have started getting back into it, to be honest with you. And immediately Wilson's having none of it. Get that out of my house.
None of it. Like one of the Northern Territories in Canada. He's having none of that one. Sends it all the way to the other end. And that's exactly what I would have done.
Well, much like none of it, there
situation.
was nobody there for that reception. Good golly.
Was that a hip block?
I don't know.
Well, the weather is not getting better.
No. Some would say it's getting worse. I would call those people defeatists. It's getting more interesting.
Intense.
Throw a push pass. Don't throw a push pass. Wilson Daly makes a cut up the line, wants the completion, gets it. Bauer. Watch there, and they're happy. They're getting the hell out of there. That's game 14-9 to Lemmings. They get their first win of the pool stages. They are out of competition, but still in play for the Ninals. Mosquitos will top the pool. We're going to get straight into the action for the next game, as that one went 15 minutes overtime. So starting at 5:45.
Take it away, take it away. Do it my way, do it my way, do it my way. Free from the pain, free from the pain, free from the pain. A night off, a night off. I know the reason why we chose to say goodbye, but I can't help my feelings. Right now, I can't deny you never left my mind, and now my heart is bleeding. Why did I have to break